In the gridlocked, smog-filled city of India, Delhi, a sea of blue cars was like a breath of fresh air. They were promising to be the future and they were running on electricity. Yes, today we are going to be speaking about the Blue Smart cars. They were once the darling of India's startup. They were amassing 400 crores in revenue with global investors flocking in to get a piece of the cake. By 2024, they were one of the number one companies in their field, but in 2025, they didn't just break, they shattered. The app just went dark. Thousands of drivers overnight just lost their jobs and they didn't know what to do. So how did a company go from being a promise for a better future and a darling of Indian startups to drowning in its own ambitions? This is not just a story of another company which rose and fell. This is a classic example of what will happen when you place your personal ambitions over the companies and its employees. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Everything with Dr. James. Today we are going to be speaking about the Blue Smart Cars scam. Understand the scale of this collapse, we need to understand how this company became so big. So the Blue Smart car company was started in 2019 by two brothers, Anmol Singh Jaggi and Puneet Singh Jaggi. They wanted to compete against Ola and Uber. This car cab industry is a space with cutthroat competition and razor thin margins. During 2019 period, commuters were facing a lot of problems. The first one was riders used to frequently cancel the rides, the prices were overpriced, the cars were uncleaned and drivers were very unprofessional. The Blue Smart car company promised to change all this. The first thing they did was they started employing the drivers, in contrast to Ola and Uber, where these drivers were taken into the company as gig workers like platform partners. So these employees of the Blue Smart car company will be given a car, which is also an opposite to that of Ola and Uber, because their drivers used to bring their car and attach themselves to the cab company and they will get the rides. But here it was just the opposite. The company provides the car, the company gives salary to the employees also, and the driver has to just drive the car, and this business model surged. Imagine you're in Delhi and you are having a hassle-free ride. You just go there and you want to go to a place, you just book it in your cab. The driver comes, a very professional driver in a clean car which runs on EV only, and they take in an hassle-free environment, giving you a premium experience. And this business model blew up and the company was reaping in profits. Blue Smart wasn't just a people's utility. People started loving it and they were willing to pay a little extra for it. One more main business model which clicked was, in the end of the ride, the company will say how much CO2 emissions this rider has saved by driving EV and not by riding a car which is run on petrol and diesel, which gave a sense to the customers that they are doing something good for the environment. From 70 cars in 2019, they exploded to 8,700 cars in 2024. Their profits alone in 2024 was 390 crores. This Blue Smart car company model became a model for everyone to understand. A homegrown business, understanding people's need and succeeding it. This became a talk of the startup town. From the driver's perspective, this was a great boon to them. They even supported women drivers and they started an initiative called Sakhi, where they wanted to empower more women drivers in Delhi, and that also exploded. These employees were given health insurance and the cars were maintained by the company only. In the Ola and Uber space, the car drivers had to shed a lot on petrol and car maintenance, which drived out all their earnings. But here that was not happening. So more and more drivers started getting employed in this Blue Smart car space. They had a large area for cars charging and many charging stations were opened all over Delhi, and this became an additional source of revenue for them. With this business model surging, the Blue Smart car company received a lot of investments from all over the world, especially by the BP Venture Capital, which invested a lot in this. They started expanding their business. They opened a similar service in Bangalore and they opened a limbo service in Dubai also. But in the background of this growth facade and revolution, the Jaggi brothers were plotting something. they were slowly driving this Blue Smart car company off a cliff. The first public sign that something wrong was found out in early 2025 when SEBI accused this Blue Smart cab company of defaulting a payment of 30 crores in a form of non-bearable debentures. Now let's see what it is. In a company like Blue Smart Cap, which is a large company and needs to pay its employees, a lot of cash flow is needed. So what these company usually do is they show the surety in the form of bonds, and the investors will invest the money and the company will pay back the investors at the exact date. There is no one day before, no one day after. But for a company like Blue Smart, which they are saying they are making crores in profit, 390 crores in 2024, but they are not able to pay a simple amount of 30 crores, made SEBI to investigate them. This is where the entire scam unraveled. To understand this scam, we need to understand the business model of Blue Smart. As discussed previously, Blue Smart car company used to get their own EV vehicles, employ the drivers, have charging stations. All this is provided to the drivers. Driver's job is to only drive. In contrast to Ola and Uber, where the drivers had to go get their own cars, maintain it, put petrol, and they will get only commission for their rides from the Ola and Uber. So to do all this, Blue Smart company needed money. Where did the money come from? Enter Gensol Engineering. This Gensol Engineering was a publicly listed renewable energy company which was started by the brothers Anmol Singh Jaggi and Puneet Singh Jaggi, and this Blue Smart Cap company was a crown jewel in this Gensol Engineering's life. Now, using this Blue Smart company's expansion, they took crores of money as loan to total amount amounting up to 975 crores. They took this money saying that they are going to purchase 6,400 EV vehicles, but they had got only 4,700 EV vehicles. So there is a gap of thousands of vehicles for which they have not used the money from which they took the loan. So SEBI started investigating this. This amount was about 262 crores which was unaccounted for. Now the money trail started. When they started investigating where this 262 crores went, they found out that this 262 crores was embezzled through a series of shell companies. What is the shell company? Shell company is created by somebody who wants to launder money. On paper, this company will look like it's a huge company with hundreds of employees with turnover of hundreds of crores. But when you actually go and see in the office, there will be only 100 square feet room with a security guard, and this is just a place just to make official the money laundered. This money of 262 crores was embezzled through a series of such shell companies. And where did the money finally go to? The personal bank accounts of Anmol Singh Jaggi and Puneet Singh Jaggi. And what did they do with it? They had a lavish lifestyle. They had purchased a 43 crore luxurious apartment in Gurgaon. They traveled the entire world, bought luxury watches, jewels, and gave a lot of money to their relatives. The final nail in the coffin came when SEBI investigated their EV plant. On paper, this EV plant had hundreds of employees and it was a very busy one. But when they went there, there was no employees, there was no laborers, there were only 2 security guards. Then they realized that all this was a scam. The downfall of this Blue Smart cab was not like a slow decline. SEBI in April 2025 suddenly said enough is enough. Now the cab's company app will be frozen. Suddenly the cab's app went dark. For thousands of commuters who have been using it, they were rendered helpless. Many people had put money in the wallets. Now they cannot take that wallet money back because to get the money back they need to call the customer care. Somebody has to be in their customer care to pick up the calls, right? The office was shut down suddenly. So now the money is gone. Now let's see who is mainly affected. The drivers. For 10,000 drivers, this was their livelihood. This was not our regular gig economy drivers where they were platform partners like in Ola and Uber, where they were income, they knew that it was irregular. Someday they will get money, someday they won't. But here in Blue Smart, these were salaried employees who were protected by the Indian Labours Act. They had insurances in the company, but it suddenly went dark overnight. What about these 10,000 car drivers family? The other group which was affected was the Saki initiative, where the women were employed. Of course, Blue Smart went great lengths, helped the women of the area by giving them jobs and giving them a sense of security. They also gave a separate resting area for them. But with the app down, the cars laid stagnant, and the women and the men drivers didn't know where to go. In final analysis, what I feel is this story of Blue Smart Cab is not a story where they miscalculated the market demand or a failure of green business. Actually, people love this cab business, but this is what will happen when human greed takes over the employees' benefits. Do like, share, and subscribe me for more videos like this.